Hello and welcome back to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. Where we left off, we were just leaving the Friendly Arm Inn, and this is the gate right here for it. So we're getting ready to go on a major adventure down south. Let me get this adventure going so we
Yes?
don't waste any time.
Think carefully.
This adventure today is going to be more about the destination than it is the journey.
With caution.
We're going to make a mad dash all the way down to Nashkel, at which point we're going to drop off two of our members and we're going to pick up number 5. And if time permits, we'll head off to the Gnoll Stronghold. If not, we'll go ahead and end it in Nashkel. And then the next video, we're going to go on and proceed to the Gnoll Stronghold. So, anyway, this is Aelin, I guess. If you don't mind, please keep your voices down. There be beasties about, and better hearing than we. So, you seem quite at home out here. What's the most dangerous thing you see? Why should I be wary of this area? Sorry to have disturbed you, or let them hear. No, we're going to try seeking some advice here. The most dangerous thing, I stalked an ogre mage a few days ago. Killed the ogre. And so the ogre is actually it's kind of like a hint that there's an ogre in this area, but we're not going to encounter him in this adventure. We will see him in the when we do get our party together and we start hunting for our experience points. So we're just going to continue south as quickly as we can. I'm just going to shoot right down the middle of this area. And then once we get below Beregost, we're actually going to stick to the outside of the maps so that we don't encounter any enemies, or at least we'll have minimal encounters. Okay, that's a caravan over here that has been ambushed. We're going to get more on that later.
What do you need?
Okay. Golan Ven, this is basically your tour guide for Beregost. He's going to tell us where the inns are, where the weapons are, where the bars are. But you know what? We're going to just kindly ask this and then thank him for his help and then journey on.
Yes.
I'm going to shoot over to this side of the map. I'm going to touch the wall, and that is going to reveal High Hedge, which is an area that we will be frequenting in this game, if frequenting is a word. And let's go south. So we're just going to run right down this road here till we get to the bottom of the screen. Okay, from this map on, I'm going to stick over to the right-hand side of the areas. I seem to have the fewest encounters going down this side of the map.
With caution.
And once we get to the bottom of this map, there's only one more to go through. And I promise you, Nashkel is a little more exciting than this. And then we got to skip 2 more maps before we get to the Gnoll Stronghold. And once we get into the Gnoll Stronghold, there's going to be a barrage of attacks that we have to deal with.
Yes.
Once again, off to the right. We'll just open this up, take a peek.
With caution.
Yeah, once we get to the Gnoll Stronghold and we get our 6th party member, I promise you it's going to get more exciting. Okay, this is going to take us to Nashkel. Okay, going to Nashkel for the first time. Okay, cutscene and turn dark. Right on cue.
With your hurried flight from Candlekeep barely behind you, the troubles facing the Sword Coast seem an unfamiliar blur to your fractured nerves. Gorion would not have you sit idle, however, and perhaps investigating local concerns will shed some light on your own predicament. How the iron shortage or the trouble in the Nashkel mines could possibly be linked to you have no idea.
Okay, I'm kind of playing without sound, so I'm going to guess that the little narrative is done. If not, you can always pause it,
With caution.
go back, check it out. Let's touch the wall while we're here. Okay, now we're going to go down into this little farm area, and there's going to be a little hidden Easter egg in one of the troughs. And for those that are familiar with this game, you already know what I'm referring to. If you're not familiar with this game, it's probably one of the best suits of armor that you can get. And now, granted, you have to have a character class that can wear plate armor, but the armor itself, if you look over here and hit that little tab key, you'll see how it kind of lights up. Well, I'm going to send Jaheira over there because she is going to be wearing this. It's actually a suit of Ankeg armor, and this has the equivalence of full plate in this game at a fraction of the weight. I believe it's 1/2 or better than 1/2 the weight of full plate. So if you've got a fighter that's not really a strengthy fighter, this would be an excellent armor choice for her. And of course we have a pearl, which I believe has a 100 gold piece value on it. So she's going to pick those 2 items up. We're going to go ahead and equip her. Right now her armor class is an 8. And remember, since this is 2nd edition rules, the lower the armor class, the better. Once we put this on her, our armor class dropped down to a 1. So we just went from an armor class 8 to an armor class of 1. And as you can tell here, she's only carrying 31 pounds. She's still, and her maximum is 120. So that is freaking awesome for her. All she needs is a helmet and a shield, and she is golden. So let's get back to the game. You do not want to go any further south here unless you want to talk to a very annoying person. Now, that annoying person is worth 400 experience points if you tolerate him. However, I would much rather share that 400 experience points with the party that I want to run through the game rather than wasting it on Montaron and Czar because I'm going to be ditching them in about 50 seconds. So what we're doing right now is we're working our way up to this bridge. We're going to go over the bridge. We're going to be hailed by a group of guards. And we basically need to tell them that, hey, you know what? We just hear there's trouble here and all we want to do is help you out.
Stand away, citizen!
So, what we can do, we are the party of lords seeking a place to rest. While that is not an incorrect answer, the one that's more appropriate is I am Carlo. This is my band of fellow adventurers. I hear there's trouble in the region, and we're here to help. So, that's the one we're going to go with. And he basically says, you know, I sure hope so. So, you'll have no trouble from us, I assure you. Okay. We're gonna walk right down the street. There's a Bangles moment for you, those that caught that reference. And now,
For the glory of Am!
Baron Gaskell, this is our mayor. Now, hello there, I recognize Jahira in your group, so you must be the band of people I was looking for. I am the mayor. Welcome. Okay. We can be an ass and say, save your peasantries and answer my questions, but that's not going to get us anywhere. What exactly is the trouble here? Or we can choose the I'm sure you mistaken me for somebody. Nope. So I can't believe you haven't guessed. We have an iron shortage. Our mines are all but shut down, and the workers are continuously missing. So, this is our little prompt to go to the Nashkel mines and investigate what's going on and possibly find a solution for their iron shortage, why the workers are disappearing, and basically restore the order. So anyway, I will do what I can, which is the noble answer, or I'll need an appropriate reward for my time. If I had any evil tendencies whatsoever, I might choose the second one. But I'm going to opt for number one. Okay, end the dialogue. So now we got our little journal update that tells us visit the Nashkel mines, which we will. But first, I'd like to get my party together. So as long as we're here, let's take a visit to the Temple of Helm. Right there. And I'm going to go right up to this upper corner here. And for two of our characters, this is the end of the road for them. So let's go ahead and hit pause. I am going to select, we can start off with Montaron. If there's any items that we can salvage from Montaron, we will go ahead and take those. He can keep his leather because that's just a burden to drag around. And we basically got everything off of him that we need. Now, Czar, do not forget to take this item off of Czar if you take him. And I am actually going to put that into my possession so I don't accidentally sell it. We're going to load Jahira up with all the bullets. We've got our additional sling for our party member, and we don't need these items, so we're good. Now we're going to reform. Select Czar, because when you remove Czar, Montaron automatically goes with him.
Something troubling you?
You're letting me go, but we've shared so much, so many good times. It's truly a sad day indeed. Goodbye, so sad, blah, blah, blah. All that rot. Come on, Montaron, you're my counterpart. We shall not be separated. Yeah, you guys can just hang out here in childcare, and I'm just going to grab my party and thank you for your
Yes.
time. So, even though they're evil, we
With
did
caution.
complete their quest, and I believe our journal will even indicate that. Yeah, Czar and Montaron finished. Good. Jahira and Khalid, we finished that because we took them to Nashkel. And this was our journey to the friendly Armin. So actually, chapter 1 is done, even though there are going to be some other quests that we will get to later in the adventure. Close that up. All
What
right,
is the
continue
plan?
down the street. This is Oblik.
Yes.
We'll talk to him later. So this is basically the guy who issues bounties. There's going to be a real buff and burly looking bald dude here with a rodent in his hand. We're going to have a talk with this chap.
Stand and deliver, that my hamster might have a better
So,
look at you.
This is Minsk. I agree, Boo. They look friendly. Greetings. We are Minsk and Boo. We have traveled far to explore the land, but now my charge, Dana here, has been taken from us. Dinah here is actually a witch that Minsk was in charge of keeping an eye on, kind of like a bodyguard. It was the Gnolls that have done it. They tracked them down. This guy has gotten about 1 to maybe 20 too many hits to the head, so he's not quite all there, but he is going to make a nice addition and a tank for our front line. So we can either say, okay, the classic damsel in distress. I think that is the very appropriate answer. Your problem is not my problem. I would not say that. And excuse me, are you speaking to a rodent? Which we already know he is. We just don't need to poke him on that one. So, yeah. Okay, so now, take heart, fellow adventurers. You have cured the favor of Boo, the only miniature giant space hamster in the realm. It's his traveling companion, and you know what? We cannot actually get rid of Boo if we wanted to. Minsk is now in our group. We're going to tank him all the way up into position number 2. Khalid, you're going to go to number 3. And then Jahira, you're in number 4. So this is our new marching order. Let's pause the game for a minute and take a look at our new addition. So go to this page, take a look at Minsk. So we now have a level 1 ranger. He has 258 experience points. And this is kind of where you can see where I was going at, where I like to get my party together before we start collecting experience, because I really want to max out everybody and kind of keep them at the same level. Well, Khalid only has 44. Jahira, she's up there. She's actually going to level at the Gnoll Stronghold. So anyway, here we go. Okay, Minsk, you are proficient with a two-handed sword, a mace, and a longbow. Now, it just so happens that we have picked up a longbow that he can use. So, Khalid, do you have that? Yes, you do. See, it's the red hue around here indicates that Khalid cannot use it because of strength requirements. This is the composite. +1 to hit, armor class 0, and +2 to damage, but it requires an 18 strength. So this would be a wonderful longbow for Minsk. We'll give him 1 stack of your arrows Emowyn, you're going to give him 1 stack of your arrows. Let's give him a potion of healing. And you know what we're going to do? We are actually going to... We're going to do an armor switch because we need some frontliners here. So this Ankheg is actually going to go to me. My splint is going to go to Minsk. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's going to be some areas where I want to frontline the group. And I'm going to need the lowest armor class as possible. Minsk, you're wearing leather. You don't need that. I'm going to give you your potion. Notice his hamster is in a quick item slot. That cannot be removed. And I'm going to go ahead, give you 2 stacks of arrows and your longbow. So with the longbow, this composite, he's going to hit on a 19. With his two-handed sword, he hits on a 17. So he is still going to be better in melee than he will being ranged. So if we encounter a group of enemies where we need to frontline them into melee combat, I've got Minsk and myself in the front so we can step out in front of our ranged people. Khalid, you are doing okay. You hit on an 18 with a bow and a 19 with your sword, so you're still better as a ranged person. Jahira, I think you were 20 with both. Yes. So you're just going to stay in the back, and Emowyn, she's got her bow. And with that all said and done, let's journey onward. Next stop is going to be the Gnoll Stronghold. I'm going to do a quick check on time because I don't really want to run much longer than 30 minutes. We've got 7 minutes to go. You know what? I can probably get us to the Gnoll Stronghold in 7 minutes. And what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and stop as soon as we get there. And in the next video, we will take out the Gnoll Stronghold, pick up our 6th member, and then we will actually have a complete party. Okay, here we have a random encounter. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to say that this is probably going to be a winter white wolf. Now, one thing that the guy in the weapon shop would have told us is the white wolf is a very rare wolf, and his pelt, or its pelt, is worth 500 gold pieces. Now, the white wolf also breathes a cone of frost, which is where this belt of antipode comes in. This one right here, even though we don't know what it is a 50% resistance to cold attacks. However, it offers a 100% non-resistance to fire-based attacks. I am going to guess that we're going to hit a white wolf here, so I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to walk out in front of the party, so as if that thing breathes its cone of frost, I'm the one who gets hit with it. So.
Again, with caution.
And there it is. That is our white wolf. I'm going to make sure that we all start off with our ranged weapons. And I am actually going to engage it in melee because if anybody's going to get breathed on, I want it to be me.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
Again?
Well, let's just go straight out and get him.
Damn.
All right, and that was that. That was a quick 975 experience points, even though I'm not really experience point hunting right now. But this pelt right here
With caution.
is going to net us some good gold pieces. So we're going
Yes.
to continue on. This is our first of 3 stops. And while we're here,
Think
I
carefully.
forgot which direction I wanted to go. I think I'm going straight south. Notice I'm still sticking to the wall. I'm not walking out in the middle of the page. We're going to hit the bottom. There's going to be one more region right here.
You have been waylaid by
Oh,
enemies.
hello.
Defend yourself.
Okay, we've got a polar bear. Now, polar bears are also good experience points, although we really don't need the experience points. I think we're probably going to take the advantage
What
and
is
just
the
grab it
plan?
while we're here. So the first thing I'm going to do, since he is still in a friendly state, I'm going to move away from
With
him
caution.
so as to not aggro him. But now that we're
Yes.
moved away, we are going to
Again.
unleash everything on him. Okay, he turns hostile. You're coming after this
You've
person,
attacked
so this person is
for the
actually
group.
going to run away. And we got him. Boom. Another 900 experience points for one bear. So let's go ahead, collect our party,
Yes.
journey onward. And the next screen we get to, I think we're actually going to call it the game. And that puts us, we cannot, that's right, we were en route to down here.
Think carefully.
This one we're going to walk right across the top. Okay, there's a gnoll that I didn't really want to
What is the
engage,
plan?
but everybody is ranged.
Yes.
We'll take them out.
Go for the eyeful! Go for the rest!
And see, that just goes to show you the advantage of having a ranged weapon in this game. I mean, why risk your characters in hand to hand when you can take people out at a distance?
Again.
Continue
Yes.
along the top of the screen. And after we get off of this screen, it's going to take us to the Gnoll Stronghold. We're going to go ahead and set up a camp right there, and we're probably going to call it the episode. Boom. Travel.
You have been waylaid by
Oh
enemies.
boy,
You must
another
defend
polar bear.
yourself.
Okay, well, another 900 experience point. Whoops, he's aggro. So let's see, we're still at ranged weapons. We'll do this again. Come down here to this corner.
Think carefully.
It sounds kind of funny that I'm actually upset about getting experience
That's really
points,
not in this.
but this is this wasn't the way I wanted to do it.
Nature for the
See if
group.
he'll follow you. Yep.
I fear I
Oh,
need
that hurt.
lest I not survive.
Bleed.
Come on, guys, take this thing out. Come on. And there's our timer. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and end this adventure, hopefully on a positive note, by not dying. Come on, guys. It's a large bear. There you go. And there's, okay, Jaheira leveled up. I said she was going to do it at the Stronghold, but these two bears and one wolf gave us the points to get her leveled up. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the Stronghold, and that's a good place to set up camp.
What is the plan?
So we're together. Let's go ahead and get off the screen. Oops.
Yes.
Okay, that'll get our party there. Let me go ahead and start by saying thank you very much for sticking through with me on this episode. I'm really sorry for the lack of entertainment that we saw. And I guarantee you that when we continue on to the Gnoll Stronghold, it's going to get much more exciting. Let's go ahead, level up Jaheira really fast, and we'll set up camp, and we'll see you in the next game. So with Jaheira, right here is her level up, and she's going to get no more proficiencies and no more skills yet. However, her to-hit armor class 0 has been reduced by 1. She does have 1 additional priest spell, and she gained 12 hit points and 1 lore. Now, the higher the lore goes, the better chances are that she can identify items without using an identify scroll or spell. And I'll give you a for instance here in just a second. Actually, no, she's not the one that's going to do it. It'll be Dynahar, I think. So anyway, for Jaheira, we leveled her up. She's now a level 2 fighter and a level 2 druid. She did gain 1 additional spell slot. And although I would love to drop another Cure Light Wound in there, since we're going to start getting some of our bigger encounters from this point on, I think I'm going to go ahead. You know what? We still need to get through the Gnoll Stronghold. So, I am going to, oh, I know you guys are screaming at me right now. Heal her first. So, let's go ahead and do that before we sleep. Let's drop one of her spells. Okay, she just healed herself.
Nature's servant awaits.
And the reason I did that is because now when she sleeps, she is going to regain all of her spells. What I was going to say is I wanted to drop another Cure Light Wound in there, but we may see some bigger encounters, especially since we're going for our weapons, where we're going to need a little buff for our entire group. And then that's where Bless comes in, where Cure Light Wounds will cure 8 hit points to our person. The Bless actually increases our morale by +1, and furthermore, it raises our attack and our damage roll by +1 also. So that's actually for the entire group, and I think that's probably going to be the best thing right now. So we're going to go ahead and use that. We're here. I'm going to do a quick save because we may get attacked at night as we're sleeping. And I really don't want to be attacked at night. I just want to rest.
Yes.
And then in the next episode, we'll continue on.
Often, but tonight the visions are vivid indeed. Long have you walked, but now you find yourself back amidst the stones of Candlekeep. Your former home looms before you, but the gate is closed and barred. Over the walls there is a candle in your old room, but as the light goes out, the brick surrounding the window closes together. The very walls conspire to keep you at bay. A familiar voice startles you. Though it is calm and caring, you cannot go back this way, child. You must go on. Gorion forms before you, and though his image should be comforting, it seems but a shade of his living self. He is dead in your dreams, as in life. The phantom of your foster father gestures toward the blackness of the wood, as though it should be inviting. Perhaps it is, in a way, but the traveling will be hard. As you think this, a smooth and obvious path becomes clear out of the corner of your eye. It seems meant for you, pulls at your very being, and promises to quickly lead you away from the life you once led. Perhaps this would be for the best, but it is a bit too convenient for your liking. You do not wish to dwell upon the loss you have endured, but neither should it be forgotten. Gorion smiles and fades away. The pull becomes a push, but you turn away, steadfast in your new direction. The way is not quite as clear, but it is sure to be interesting nonetheless. A whisper follows.
I
as you
really wish I
stride
could
away.
hear what's going on because I don't
Something
really know when this
vestigial
is going
and
to
sinister
stop or
that
not,
you
but you can always go ahead and select the pause button and read along with it. Anyway, this is the end of our episode. Thank you very much for sticking in there with me. If you liked it, please indicate below by giving me a like. If you really liked it, feel free to share this with your friends. I can use all the love and support I can get. As a new channel, I would like to comment back to anybody who's willing to leave me a comment and maybe get a dialogue going with you. Once again, thank you very much for coming along. I'm the Grumpy Gnome, and we'll see you in the next one when we enter the Gnoll Stronghold. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.